Good morning, guys. It is a few days from us leaving. By the way, I keep forgetting to say it. Our house is being watched the whole time we're gone. My parents are actually staying here for the month while we're gone. They're gonna help out at church and stuff, and what? They're staying around here, and my aunt and uncle are doing a house exchange with us because they're in the States right now, and we're staying at their house in Nairobi. So they will be here too. So there'll be a lot of people in and out of our house. And it is being well watched and guarded. Really? What do you want? It's not working. I think the battery's dead. Sorry, we got so much snot here, and I'm just wiping it non-stop because the little girls, the babies, both got colds. Like, I want to say we're 4 days before leaving, 3 days. Not good timing to go overseas with little kids with colds. In fact, I think like Hope's is even just, it made her throw up last night, like the drainage and stuff. So, not my favorite. Anyway, we're really praying that those are fast moving colds and they are feeling a lot better. It's just a lot of snot, basically. And it does keep Destiny up at night some, so that's not cool. I need that to be gone. Anyway, that's what we're dealing with here. What was I saying? Yes, house exchange with my aunt and uncle, which is working out really awesome. We're so blessed that they're letting us stay in their place. Poor Destiny, it has been a rough couple of days for her. Has it been a little hard? And we haven't even gotten to jet lag part yet. Well, I hope she's good. She was actually, my kids are always really good on planes, but we took her to Florida in February. She was terrible. One of the flights, she just cried and was just not very consolable. I don't think it was her ears or anything. And I always give them something to, you know, suck on the way up and on the way down. She just was not having it. She didn't like being on our laps that long. So we have a couple ideas for that because she is a lap child all the way overseas. And we have a couple ideas I'll share later about how we handle that for kids that don't love sitting in your lap for long periods of time. But I really need her to be healthy and in the best mood possible. I had so much compassion for parents whose kids are grumpy, because sometimes you can see parents that they're really not trying, but then sometimes you see parents that are really trying to get their kids happy and calm down. I really felt for them because I know what it's like when you can't. It's not cool. Yeah, you want my pencil on my ear? Yes, It is Friday at our house. I haven't even gotten dressed. I did manage to finally put some makeup on. Today, my main goal, I have one more kid's suitcase to pack, and I'd like to maybe start trying mine, but my main goal, my priority, is to wrap up all these kids' work. So Eli's done. We homeschool year round, so it's not like we're finishing the school year right now. We won't finish the school year for like maybe 6 weeks after we get back, but I do want to maybe still take a month off in August. We usually try to take a month sometime in the summer. So we're taking a month now and maybe do another one when we wrap everything up, or at least 3 weeks. We'll see how that goes. But I did have some goals for each of them, and I want them to finish. I want like books that they're in the middle of finished. I want papers that have been hanging over our heads written, finished. And so I had them working yesterday evening, and we're working bright and early this morning since, and I'm just kind of on the couch with all my notebooks. They're actually everywhere, plus toys to keep the babies occupied. It's all project finish things up today. So if I can get through that, I'll be really happy. Tomorrow I have a little Mother's Day thing at Grandma's place, and then I can finish the suitcases. Sunday I really want to rest, and then Monday we have still before we leave, and that day I really want to clean. So trying to pace myself so it doesn't get out of control too much. Leaving town is hard work. It always is. When you're leaving for a month, it's a little harder even, but it's all good. We've been working on church stuff, making sure everything is ready for church and all that kind of thing. And I did take a Unisom last night for nausea, which I did that all through my last couple pregnancies, Unisom and B6 at night in the first trimester to help me with the nausea. But this time my nausea has been a lot more manageable, so I haven't done it. But this last week, whoo, and I read online last night that on week 11, which is where I was this last week, is usually when it peaks. it's been intense this last week. And with babies sick and stuff, I get real sick in the middle of the night when I'm up with them. I'm a light sleeper, so even if Solo takes care of them, I wake up, I'm really sick and I can't go back to sleep. So I thought, well, let me just try a Unisom tonight and be sick. So I did that last night, just so that when I wake up with babies, I can go right back to sleep. Oh, I tell you, I was so drugged. If I do it again, I'm gonna have to do half because it was really hard to wake up this morning when Solo left and Destiny was already awake. I was like dragging around. Can you tell people where you're going tonight?
Are you done yet?
The place on Earth. Where on Earth?
North America.
That's all you're gonna give us?
United States.
Belle's going to a dance, a homeschool dance. It's all families. Do most of their parents go?
I think most of them do. So, I mean, not most of them, some of them do.
Do you learn like special dances?
They have certain dances for you to do. Like you swing dance and waltz, which I didn't stay long enough for last time. And last time they had like square dancing, English square dancing. Yeah, that was fun.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
She's already done her hair.
Which means combing it and then putting the headband on.
You did a good job too, it looks great. I love it.
But I had to get my dress out from one of the suitcases.
Yeah, her dress was packed for Kenya. There's a bunch of kids on the deck because I put out a little bucket of water, just about 2 inches of water. Oh, I think they added water to it. They're having fun. And Destiny is sleeping and sleeping. She's probably taking a 4-hour nap this afternoon and probably a 3-hour nap this morning. She was really grumpy today, so hopefully that will help her get better faster. And I also laid down because I'm exhausted. You probably can tell. I look tired. Some days are just more tired than others when you're pregnant, but it's okay because I also have energy days, just not today. For some reason, I can drink water a lot better. I struggle in my first trimester to stay hydrated because I'm sick all the time and it's hard to drink water, but when I drink out of a straw, I found these stainless steel straws at Walmart. They have like a silicone top because I think that's better for your teeth. And I just put it in my mason jar and it makes it a lot easier to keep drinking water. You look very nice, Judah. Judah agreed to go because his sister begged him. And your friends. You got a lot of friends there. So there's no freestyle dancing. It's all, ooh, I got some on my lens. It's all, what do you call it? Formal dances. Like they learn the waltz. You wish it, no, you don't wish it was freestyle. Who you wanted to dance with? The part he doesn't like about the formal part is that they make everybody participate. Yeah. It's basically what I did in, oh, come show me, Belle. It's basically what I did in, what I did in PE in school. Physical education. You learn dances. No, you don't get to dress up. You're in your shorts. That's cute. Pull your jacket out. There you go. That was just hiked up. You look cute. What shoes are you wearing? Your sandals? All right. How'd you talk Judah into it?
Because Dad needed someone to go with him, and my gracious big brother volunteered.
You're gonna love it. You know it. You know it. Even growing a mustache. So they gotta take some cookies. Belle whipped up a batch of.
What did I whip?
No, Tori.
Sugar cookies?
Snickerdoodle. Yeah.
Oh, they're snickerdoodles.
Who am I talking to? The vlog people?
Yeah.
Hi, vlog people.
Hello, people.
She's happier. Did you sleep enough?
Oh.
Are you gonna sleep tonight?
I say yes.
Where's your?
I hope so. Are you gonna cook, Solo?
I'm gonna try to. I'm debating between cooking or just buying easy food.
Yeah.
So, no, let me cook. Let me cook some.
So I thought I'd just fill you in on my first trimester and how it's gone so far, since kind of skipped that whole vlogging the first trimester thing. So anyway, we found out, I don't know, like a week and a half before we went to California. For me, like a lot of people that are trying to conceive and stuff, that they talk about the 2-week wait, where it is between conception and when you can get a positive pregnancy test and how excruciating that is, or you just like not sure, you're just in a holding period, whatever. For me, the 2-week wait is after I get the positive, usually. Just like 2.5 weeks, because since I've had 4 miscarriages at 6 weeks exactly, it doesn't really feel real to me until I get past 6 weeks. And so since my miscarriages, that's just how it's been. So that's about 2 weeks for me, between 4 weeks or 3.5 when I get the positive test until I make to that 6 weeks. Anyway, that is kind of the precarious time for me. So when we went to California and stuff, I was still in that kind of waiting period where I was just, I knew I had a positive test, but I really don't just go there. You wanna sit with me? I just don't really go there quite in my mind where I'm like thinking about, you know, baby names or anything else that I do later on. Can you even be seen? Is my shadow in your face? So anyway,
my shadow is on my face.
When I made it to when I thought I was like 6 weeks, I went into my doctor, and we're using my family doctor this time. So, and I just told him, hey, I want an ultrasound just to make sure, and just make sure there's a heartbeat, because then I can relax. And I knew I had gotten past that 6-week date, that I had lost all the others. I'll link that video below if you haven't seen my miscarriage video, but they were all exactly 6 weeks, and I had made it past that day. So I was feeling a little better about it, but I wasn't feeling very sick. So he said he likes to do some blood work. Hey baby, stay here. He likes to do some blood work before he sends me to an ultrasound, because if it's like, hold on.
Say hi.
Because if my HCG levels are below 1500, you wouldn't see anything anyway. So he's like, I just don't want to waste time doing that if you're not that far along. So
no.
Are you gonna take her? Yeah. I'm sorry. Well, it was nice for him to join me for a second. This is our life, guys, we trade off. Anyway, he said, I don't want to send you for that because we wouldn't see anything yet, and maybe your dates wouldn't be right or something. So let's just do this easy test. So I've only had HCG levels checked during my miscarriages, so I wasn't a huge fan, because my numbers have always been horrible when I had them checked. I never had them checked in a pregnancy that made it. Okay, whatever, I agreed. That's his style, and I've not used him for having a baby before, so last time I saw a specialist, and this time I just didn't want to see the specialist. I really liked him, but if I can have a healthy, normal pregnancy, I want to just go to the family practice guy. So anyway, I agreed to it, and he called me that night, I think. He told me your numbers were 86,000. And I was like 6 weeks and 3 days, what I thought. And I'm like, what? Because I'm hoping for 1,500 here. 86,000, like, what does that mean? Does it mean I'm pregnant with 3 or 4 of them? And he's like, well, let me check. That does seem really high if you think you're 6.5 weeks. So he checked again. He's like, maybe it was 8,600. Nope, it's 86,000. And so I went into the ultrasound a few days later, and honestly, I've always wanted twins, but I was nervous. Okay, we shuffled kids around again. Hope got hurt, so Solo's taking care of her. I just want to go. Anyway, I went in and I was nervous. I wanted twins, but actually facing that reality, I don't know if I can do it for my 10th and 11th, or at least while homeschooling. Maybe I could put them in school for a year and then, okay, more reshuffling. Now I think all babies are happy. But I've always wanted twins, but the idea that it actually could be happening freaked me out a little. Have you always wanted twins?
Never.
He would love them if it happened. It's not a dream of his. Anyway, they did not find 2 on the ultrasound, so my numbers just, I don't know if they're always high because I've never had them checked in no normal pregnancy, but anyway, who knows? And I was these dates I thought, so yeah. Only other thing interesting is that I have not been nearly as sick as I have been in my previous pregnancies. This time I'm 40. So you would think it would be worse, right? Everybody told me it'd be worse. And Noelle, my 7th and 8th actually were the worst of the worst. And Destiny, my 9th, was a little better, and at least it ended earlier, but it wasn't really better. I did notice that about between 6 and 9 weeks, I was more tired than I've ever been. So I wondered if it was just hitting me more like fatigue than sickness, which was fine with me. And then the last week or 2, I've been more sick. So I'm trying to keep her happy at the same time. I am thankful that I'm not nearly as sick, so that's been a blessing. And yeah, it seems like my body's handling it pretty good with age. So keeping an eye on my blood pressure because my history is always the thing. So I'm taking it at home and so far we're okay. Destiny, can you say bye? She was hoping for twins, right? Were you hoping for twins? Hey Solo, thanks for cooking this dinner. It's just the Kenyan food. He makes a lot, but he has some small potatoes in there and it looks so good. Yum, these are kids' bowls. All right guys, we're gonna close this off for tonight, but
Give a back to me.
I
want a back.
You do want twins one day.
I already have twins, Destiny and Hope.
They're like twins, they really are. Okay guys, we'll talk to you later, bye.